Hey guys, Larry the Tractor Guy. Check this out. The wind is blowing pretty good out here, about 25, 30 mile an hour out here in southwest Oklahoma. It's been a dry year. This customer is actually shredding down some cotton out here that made it somewhat through the drought, but it's just not going to be able to strip this cotton this year. So he's shredding cotton down. This 7920 has lost all transmission system pressure. It has an IVT transmission, and so we are about to manually disengage the park, manually release the park brake. Okay, so I brought a hand pump with me and a jumper harness, and I'm going to get that stuff rigged up here and show you how to manually disengage the park brake on a 7920. Now this could even be done if the engine does not run. There may be a time you had an engine failure and need to release the park. This would be the way that you could do that. So I'm going to go through that procedure and show you how that works, so stay tuned. So I've got my jumper harness here that's just got a couple of alligator clips to hook onto the battery power, okay, and a couple of plugs that we can plug into the park release solenoid and the park lock to sump solenoid, okay? And then I've got my hand pump here with a diagnostic, female diagnostic receptacle on the hose end, so I can plug that onto my park brake DR, diagnostic receptacle, and pump the park brake up to release the park brake. Now, keep in mind that the reason I have a pressure gauge installed is because we do not want to exceed a certain amount of PSI when we pump that park brake up. I'll look that spec up to you and give it to you here in just a sec. I'm looking at that spec here in Service Advisor for you, and if you'll see in parentheses here, it says do not exceed 400 PSI. Overpressure can damage the brake piston seal. So it'll be pretty important to have a gauge on your hand pump, sort of like what I have, but you can also read that through PTI address 023 if you would like, but keep in mind that 175 PSI or greater should release the park brake. So somewhere around that 200 or over mark a little bit will release your park brake. So keep that in mind, and we're going to get underneath the tractor here on the left hand side of the transmission and show you where to hook that up at. So I'm underneath the tractor now, and this is going to be on the left hand side of the transmission, okay, and then you're going to have a park lock pressure switch here, and then you're going to have your park lock solenoid, and then you're going to have your park lock to sump solenoid, okay? And so your two solenoids are here and here, okay? And we're going to unplug the wiring harness on the tractor and connect our little jumper harness in there, and we're going to run the other end of the jumper harness up to battery voltage. Now, keep in mind when you build a harness sort of like I built here, okay, to do this, keep in mind that you need to look at a schematic, because the voltage in the ground side of that solenoid valve does matter, okay? So keep that in mind when you're building that harness, that you can't just shoot voltage to either side of this solenoid valve. It does matter which side, and I believe if you look at it in the schematic, the connector is A and B, and I believe that A is voltage and B is ground, okay? So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Now, when we get that connected, we're going to hook up our jumper hose from our hand pump here at this diagnostic receptacle here. Now, that diagnostic receptacle is there so that you can manually hook up a gauge also to check your park lock pressure if you were having a park lock pressure issue, okay? But that's where we're going to pump up and release the park brake on the 7920. So I'm gonna get that hooked up, show you what that looks like, and we'll go ahead and pump this up and release this park brake. Okay guys, if you can see, pull that harness out of the way. I've got my jumper harness hooked into my park lock solenoid and park lock the sump. Okay, and if you can see here, I've got my hose hooked up from my hand pump. Okay, so now we're going to get out and go ahead and pump up this this park lock. So I just run my harness up and clip it onto the starter here and the ground here. Okay, and then kind of secure your wiring harness so that it doesn't drag the ground. I've got my hose for my pump kind of going up around the fuel neck here on the fuel tank, and I'll usually get a zip tie and tie that up to that handle to sort of hold it in place. Okay, and then here's my hand pump here, and we're going to go ahead and close the valve. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pump this thing up until we get pressure on our gauge. So it appears that I have a little bit of trouble with my gauge here on my hand pump not working correctly. So I went into PTI address 23, okay, and see if you can see that there. I've got it pumped up to about 26 or 260, about 260 PSI, okay, to release the park brake. So the park brake would be released now, okay, even though it says it's in park here on the corner post. Now keep in mind, this tractor will run and we do have steering. We've just lost our System 1 transmission pressure, okay, and so that's why we need to tow the tractor by using the hand pump and the jumper harness to release the park brake. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get hooked up and tow this tractor. So we got the park brake released, and as you can see, we pulled the tractor out of the way here. Got it away from his shredder back there. Okay, and so there, we're going to go ahead and tow this tractor to the edge of the field, come pick it up with a truck, get it to the shop, see if we can correct his System 1 transmission pressure. And hey guys, just another day in the field with Larry the Tractor Guy. Got some more videos coming. Appreciate you watching. Larry the Tractor Guy signing out. Hey guys, check out Larry the Tractor Guy videos here, other videos here, subscribe here, and buy all your John Deere parts here.
We'll make it work. I think
we're gonna have to make it.
We'll make it work. Come on, let's go.
We need to make
you need some food.
Y'all already burned me out.
some bloopers.
We're sitting in the sun over here, man.